Good morning, Primary and Elementary Academy. It is yours truly, Mr. Sean Joseph Burns, aka Step Master Burns, and we have a fun-filled day today. Today is the day where you learn your first step. Celebration time, celebration time. You learn your first step today. All right. Now, before we get into learning the art and the movement of step, let's review that definition of step. Okay. So, step uses your body to make an instrument. It combines footsteps, claps, spoken word, right, to create a very complex rhythm. Its roots can be depicted all the way from Africa, and also has some roots from the military as well. Okay, steppers commonly uses hard sole shoes or boots to echo and create that loud sound on stage. Okay, and speaking about boots, right? We're going to today one more thing that we're going to do before we jump into the movement of step, because I know that's what you want to do. I'm going to give you a brief history of where step was born. Okay, so any type of art was born somewhere, right? Where did it come from, right? Well, step actually was birthed in a very, very cold, dark place in South Africa. It's actually the gold mines of South Africa where step was born. Okay, now follow me for a second. So inside these gold mines, these men, okay, who lived in South Africa, they worked long and hard, okay, and I mean in worse conditions. Okay, these mines were horrible. Okay, not only were they horrible, but the men were taken chained, and they were shackled at their stations. So kind of like me. So kind of like I'm sitting right here, right? And picture the lights are not on, and it's really dark, and I am chained. Like I am chained, well, not with my hands, but I'm chained by my feet. Okay, this is my station. This is where they want me to stay. Okay, so being chained, also the water inside the mines, it would flood, sometimes flood in this mine. The drainage in this in these mines were not the best. Okay, eventually the water will dissipate, and it will go through the drain. But I mean, the drainage inside these mines were horrible. It was all almost majority of the times clogged up. Okay, however, the water in these mines affected the workers, and it brought about ulcers, skin ulcers, foot problems. Okay, and when workers get those ulcers on them and have those foot problems, often they couldn't work because it was so painful. So imagine that, not being able to work, can't work, can't provide for my family, right? All right. So you would think, well, what are their bosses going to do about the drainage? So instead of putting forth the effort to help drain this water, instead they went a cheap route. Instead, they decided to give the workers Wellington rubber boots, black Wellington rubber boots. Okay, it almost looked like rain boots. You ever seen rain boots before? It almost looked like rain boots. The boots go all the way up to about the knee. Okay, that helped keep the water away from their skin. They also gave them jeans to wear, kind of like a overall jeans. And then the last thing, or two things they gave them hard hats, because sometimes it'd be debris falling from the sky. falling from, well, I was to say the sky, but falling from the mines up high, debris falling down, falling on their hard hats. So that hard hats will protect their heads from the debris. The other thing was the sweat. So they gave them bandanas to put on their head, because sometimes that water or on their heads be salty and they'll burn their eyes. So they gave them bandanas for their heads, hard hats for their head to protect their head. So just a very cheap fix for these miners. Now, here's the thing though. Also in these mines, these workers were not permitted to speak to one another at all. Like, they could not talk to one another. So if I'm shackled at my station, you're shackled at your station, we couldn't have a conversation. I couldn't ask you, how is your day going? Are you okay? No, we couldn't talk. So the miners were like, well, how are we going to communicate? So what they did was, kind of like Morse code, okay? They used the tapping of their boots, the shackling of their chains, and they created this rhythm within the mines that only the miners knew what it meant. Through that type of communication, this Morse code, this cadence, became a step, right? That became the Gumboot dance. They would take these rhythms and they would practice these rhythms on their free time, okay? Well, check this out. This is the last thing I'm going to say, and then we're going to get rolling. The bosses of these miners use the Gumboot dance to recruit other workers to work in the mines. Isn't that something? Isn't that ironic? Crazy, right? But anyway, that's part of the birth of STEP, out of this darkness, out of these mines, all right? Now, if you were here, I would be able to show you, and maybe I'll do this next time, maybe next week. I'll show you some pictures of the Gumboot dancers. The miners. I'll show you some pictures of the miners, and then I will also show you some pictures of some Gumboot dancers, okay? You also can go online, if you just put in Gumboot, 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 it's gonna pull up a lot of pictures, literature about Gumboot, and you'll be able to see for yourself. But for my next video for you, I'll make sure I have some pictures of these miners. All right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's make sure you got enough room. Make sure you got the right attire on. And let's get moving and grooving. All right. So let me move my chair here. Make sure, like I said, you got a lot of room. Like Mr. Burns, I got a lot of room in my classroom right now. A lot of room, okay? All right. Now, we're going to start with some jumping jacks, okay? We're going to do 20 jumping jacks just to get that blood going, okay? Because we don't want no injuries, okay? Get that blood going, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. There we go. Shake it out. Okay. All right. Now, take our right arm. Put it over right here. And stretch. We're going to count to 10. 1, 2. Make sure you pull and get a good stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. We'll do that one more time. Here we go. And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, now, left one. Same thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. All right. One more time. Bring it back up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, now stretch the legs. Okay, we're gonna go down to the center first. Okay, so straight down. 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Here we go. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, now we're gonna go leg. We're gonna go. Let's go right leg first. Okay. So go, it doesn't matter. Actually, you want to go left, you go left. You want to go and go right. What we're gonna do now? We're gonna stretch the legs out. Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. Here we go again. The right leg again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Okay. Shake it out. Stinky leg. Shake it out. Stinky leg. Shake it out. Okay. Here we go. Left leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. Here we go. One more time. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Whew. All right. All right. Students, scholars, Purdue scholars. One more thing I'm going to show you before we get rocking and rolling. So I have a code word or code phrase, and it's the captain is coming. Okay? Anytime you hear Mr. Burns say, the captain is coming, you're going to salute me. You're going to stand still. You're going to stand like a statue, but you're going to stand with your arms up like this. Okay? This is what we call step team attention. Okay? When you're in this position, what you're doing is you're doing 3 things. You're listening, watching, and observing Mr. Burns. Okay? 3 things. Listening, watching, and observing